Thank you, everybody. Thank you, and welcome to a brand new era of Cubs baseball, the sixth era of my 11 seasons in charge. And, sure, this era has started like all the failed eras. We've got injuries, the lineup's looking a little bit thin. But, sometimes less is more.
Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to opening day of the final season with the Chicago Cubs. We will be hosting the New York Yankees, and it is the first time to have a good look at what is essentially the new look Cubs. Now, we do have some injuries, which isn't ideal, but you look at this meet the team in the league rankings. Now we know that third base with Dela Cruz's weird retirement over the winter, I should say, is a bit of an issue for us. So second base, all right, Cooper Pratt's not brilliant, but he's not terrible, I wouldn't have thought. But everybody else there, I mean, that's not terrible, is it? It's really quite good, to be honest. So yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic, as I am every season, that this might be okay for us. If we look at the team chemistry, now if I just make myself disappear here, and we can see no sort of bad influences, and lots, we've got captains, leaders, and spark plugs. Now you'll notice one or two new names in there. We have done a little bit over the over spring training for in terms of strengthening and free agent signing, so I'll catch you up on that in just a second. In fact, let's do it now. So let's have a quick look here. Blaze Jordan. Now, that is a name that I recognize. He's previous editions of the game, I think, was quite a highly rated prospect. We signed him to a minor league deal. I believe, I'll have to check. We'll check in a second, but I think he's on our opening day roster. Now, he's won the World Series before. He's a solid bat. It's not too bad there. He's right-handed, which we know that we lack a little bit of right-handed hitters now, especially Namala and Dela Cruz were both switch hitters, so they sort of counted in a way as right-handers. That was something else I wanted to do, is get some right-handers in. Now, if we have a look at what he's done, because he is someone I think we're going to see a little bit of. Now, he hasn't played Major League Baseball for the last 2 seasons. He was at an independent league. Now, he's never really, if we're honest, he's never really done it at Major League level, apart from that first season where he's always been a bit part player, but that was the year he won the World Series with the Diamondbacks. So, since then, never done too much, but did do okay in an independent league he was playing in. I don't know if you can see down here, but batted 322 and 347, over 100 RBIs, 36 and 40 home runs. Now, it's an independent league. I personally don't know where that would sort of rank, if that's sort of like a AA standard perhaps, but we're just going to give him a chance. Now, another player that we've signed that we may see something of is Angel Martinez. Now, he has not played Major League Baseball before, I don't believe. You can see defensively sort of fits that second base, third base mold that we're looking for. And his bat is not too bad. Now, as I said, I don't believe he's played last season in Major League Baseball, batting 183 at what is essentially the Cubs, what the Jacksonville Conquistadors or something, I think they were called. So yeah, we'll see what we get. Again, it's sort of just desperate times trying to fill in that second base position, but he's in AAA to start the season. Another player that we signed is Cole Young. Now, he is a 2-time Gold Glove winner at second base in the National League. So defensively, he's quite sound. He can play shortstop for us as well. So there's, again, a little bit to like there. Now, the problem, of course, is the bat. Though last season, again, at Jacksonville, he did bat 279 from not much, only 49 plate appearances. Batted 248 the season before as a Tiger, which is essentially the same club. So that's not terrible. And if he's going to be a Gold Glove winner, and also certainly someone that could be in that conversation, then might be someone that's useful as the season goes on. But again, starting the year in AAA. Another player we signed as a little bit of cover is Michael Molyneux. Now, we've had him somewhere before. I want to say the Tigers. Very good sort of corner outfielder. Is that how you would describe that? Left field, right field anyway. Maybe not the greatest in center field, but potentially an okay bat. Has never really played Major League, being a sort of a career AAA player, but as a free agent, minor league deal, did make sense to sign him. Now, this is a guy that is on the roster for opening day, Yasiel Rayumi. Now, he is, again, an okay outfielder, a decent first baseman, to be fair. and a fairly good bat, I would have thought. So, again, we'll see him opening day. He's not really ever played Major League Baseball before. You can see he had a little bit of time with the Twins. It was unsuccessful from 18 plate appearances, but he did really well in spring training, and we'll check spring training in just a second. So we've decided that he'll get a chance to start the season. Two more. This is another second base option. Santiago Montalvo. Again, not the greatest bat, of average at best, but a good defensive second baseman. Again, he has played Major League Baseball in Miami. 240-ish hitter, although never really been a regular starter. So, yeah, again, desperate, aren't we? So we'll see how he does. And the last one is a familiar name to us. Pedro Ramirez is back. So he was traded somewhere. I forget where we got rid of him anyway. So he's not on a major league deal. He's on a minor league deal. He did okay for us. Especially, you can see here, he's batted 275 in 2029, which isn't that long ago. And 285 the season before that. So not the greatest defensive player and just an average bat. But we know from experience that he can get the job done. And he's still only 28. So it's not like he's, mid-30s and then sort of coming back for a bit, hopefully a bit of a payday. They've still got most of his career in front of him. So, yeah, I'm hopeful that he might come back and do something for us as well. So, spring training went okay. Wouldn't say anything more than okay. We were sort of 13 and 13. Again, we had a lot of players in, and it was more experimental perhaps than a lot of spring trainings, just trying to find, so people to plug the holes in the lineup. So yeah, not too disappointed by that. No one really excelled in spring training. Maybe the Mariners and the Rays, but other than that, Milwaukee had a pretty good one too, actually, didn't they? And so did the Giants. So there were some teams that did well. We were not one of those. Now, the preseason predictions. We can see this is the American League, so if you want to have a bit of a longer look there, you can. Of course, we face the Yankees first up. And perhaps worryingly, in a series that's 3 games, they have 3 pitchers expected to be in the top 10 in the league. So that is slightly terrifying. So that's that. If we go and have a look at the National League, and, well, that's not the way we would want to finish this series, is it? Bottom of the division, only 67 wins, almost 100 losses. I don't see how that's going to happen. We are definitely better than that. And we also have a couple of players in the top 10. McQuaid expected to lead the National League, so let's hope that comes true. And then one of the new boys, Vishkov, in the top 10 pitchers there as well. So I'm really hopeful that these predictions are wrong. So this is our starting pitching roster for opening day. You can see the top 5 there, not in actual order. Now, one name you'll notice is missing is a Cree. He is injured for a couple of months, so it's going to be one Medell here that is going to come in and get a start for him. Now, did he start any games? Oh, he did start 4 games in spring training. Didn't give up an earned run, so that's promising. Though spring training can obviously be misleading. New boy, Jimmy Long. Worryingly, perhaps, did not have a great spring training, but he's going opening day. Maybe it should be Wislov that goes opening day, but I want to see what Jimmy Long can do. Yeah, hopefully he got all his bad inning out in spring training. But yeah, for what it's worth, it was pretty good. Joswiak's probably the other one that was a little off, but it's spring training. As long as they show up when it matters, then that is ultimately what does matter. And as for the hitters, well, this is what we have for opening day. Messina got the nod at third base. You can see he did have a fairly solid spring training with the bat. Blaze Jordan, as I said, had a good spring training, as did Reume. So that's why they've played themselves into contention here. And Khalil Watson is another name you'll notice missing. He's also injured, which means Cody Schreier is going to have to be the starting shortstop for us. So that is perhaps not ideal. I always think spring training, it's probably about the equivalent of, it's sort of 4A ball, isn't it? Because there is some inexperienced players or some prospects there. I would like to think you have to bat over 300. But as you can see, we didn't have many people do that, including McQuaid. So it is ultimately a little bit of a, doesn't really matter, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let's hope that we hit the ground running here against the Yankees, and let's check our opening day lineups. On your feet, Chicago, for one last opening day of the Villain era. At first base, it's Vlad Jr. At second base, it's Cooper Pratt. At third base, it's Carson Messina. At shortstop, it's Cody Schreier. In left field, it's William McQuaid. In center field, it's Ernesto De Leon. In right field, it's Bobby Patterson. Designated hitter is Mason Bracefield. Behind the plate is Billy Cronquist. And your starting pitcher is Jimmy Long. Alright, so the matchups don't look fantastic, do they? A lot of new names in the lineup as well. I think the new Holy Trinity with the bat is going to be Patterson, McQuaid, and Vlad, so let's hope those three are going to be so important for us. And then obviously everybody else just needs to chip in where they can for us. Quanquist, bit of an unknown, I think, what we get from him. But let's hope it's a good one. And of course, Jimmy Long on the mound, 5th in the Cy Young voting last season. Unfortunately for us, Lara, I believe, was the Cy Young winner. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting, hopefully, close game. So, welcome to Wrigley for the final opening day of the Cubs era at Aussie Villain. And let's see what we can do. A full count to start us off. And a ground ball to Schreier over to first. Vlad makes the play. And that is one down. Alright. Corbin Carroll comes in for them now. It's a 1-2 pitch. And the first strikeout is a Tiger for Mr. Long. Brings up Bitonti. An 0-2 pitch. Oh, he's going to lead the league in strikeouts. He'll go very close to it, isn't he, Jimmy Long? Well done. As he goes 1-2-3 in the first inning. De Leon will lead us off. We are maybe a little bit short of a leadoff man, especially with Khalil Watson out. De Leon is sort of the best base runner that we have currently in the lineup, so that's why he's there, but he pops up for one away. Patterson now comes in. A 2-2 pitch. Bobby Patterson strikes out, and it'll bring in William McQuaid. A 2-2 pitch on him. And William McQuaid gets a good piece of that. It is off the wall. But William McQuaid will start his season off with a 2-out double. And now can Vlad. Can he drive in the run? That's the big question, isn't it? Come on, Vladdy. A 2-2 pitch again. And Vladdy goes in the same area, but he is caught. And that will end the first. It is scoreless. And Jimmy Long will come out to face Jackson Sorensen. It's a full count. And it's another strikeout for Jimmy Long. We're going to fall in love with this guy, aren't we? He's going to get injured. That's what's going to happen. Secundo, I think it was, that came into bat there. He's popped it up into right field. Bobby Patterson's there. That is 2 down. And it'll bring up Marcelo Mayer. A 1-2 pitch on him. And another strikeout for Mr. Jimmy Long, ladies and gentlemen. All right, that is us through 2. And Mason Bracefield will lead us off now. A 1-2 pitch. Bracefield strikes out. That is one away. In comes Messina for what will be his first at-bat in Major League Baseball. A 1-2 pitch. And he's hit that really well. It'll be a first career hit for Messina. It's not his first at-bat, but it's definitely his first hit. And it is a double. A 1-out double. And now the first time at the plate as a Cub, it is Cronquist. And he could become an instant hero here as he gets hit. Seemed unnecessary. So 2 on, 1 out for Cooper Pratt. A full count. Cooper Pratt, it's not going to do much. It's popped up, it's caught, and runners will stay where they are. And it is Schreier. It'll be his first Major League at-bat in several seasons. A 2-2 pitch, and Schreier into left field. It's going to drop in. And Cody Schreier, only in the lineup because of Khalil Watson's injury. And it is a 2 RBI triple, isn't it? It's a double. He gets there, and we are 2-0 up. Cody Schreier, take a bow. Well, the bottom of the order coming up huge for us there. De Leon grounds it to the second baseman. That will end the inning. But we are 2-0 up in what is, I expect, to be a pitcher's duel. So, Volpe will lead them off. It's a 1-2 pitch. And Jimmy Long notches up strike up number 5 already. Montgomery back. Oh no, there's 2 Montgomerys in their lineup. Well, that's going to confuse me, isn't it? A 2-2 pitch. And a ground ball back to Jimmy Long over to first. And that is 2 away. Jacob Walsh now. His first at bat of the season. A full count. And a strikeout for Jimmy Long. Oh, I need to propose. Huge. Alright, let's bat in the bottom of the third. Patterson will lead us off. 0 for 1 today. An 0-2 pitch. Jimmy Patterson just looks confused. And that is 1 away. McQuaid, who had a double, of course, first time up. A 2-2 pitch. And he gets hit. So runner at first, 1 out for Vlad, who's 0 for 1. A 1-2 pitch, and Vlad gets tied in a knot. So that is 2 down. And it is Bracefield to the plate, 0 for 1. A 1-2. Bracefield strikes out, and that'll do it for the third. Alright. The first Montgomery comes up, 0 for 1 today. A 1-0 pitch. And there's a ground ball to Schreier, who has no play, and a first hit of the game for the Yankees in the top of the fourth. And it is Corbin Carroll coming up now. He's 0 for 1 today. First pitch. There goes the runner. Cronquist cannot get him in time. And we have a runner at second with none away. Full count. Oh, it's another strikeout for Mr. Long. Alright, Tonti comes up. He's 0 for 1. A 2-1 pitch. And that is into centre field. Is it? Nope, not even that far. It is caught by Schreier at shortstop. And that is 2 away. Sorensen, who's 0 for 1, steps in. Full count. 2 out. Runner at second. Ground ball to Vlad. And that'll do it for the top of the fourth. Alright. Messina, who doubled first time up, of course. First pitch swing this time. And he's done it again. Messina having a day out and proving that we are not going to miss Dela Cruz at all this season. He has himself a leadoff single. Cronquist now, who walked, or did he get hit last time up? This time he's into left field. That is going to drop in. Cronquist has his first hit as a Cub. We have 2 on, none out. And we have Cooper Pratt coming to the plate, who is 0 for 1. A 1-1 pitch. Cooper Pratt pops it up. And that'll be infield fly. Everybody will stay where they are. It eventually comes down. And that will be 1 away. Schreier, who 2 RBI doubled last time up. An 0-1 pitch. And Schreier! Has he gone even better this time? Cody Schreier! What's he been doing stuck in Iowa for the last 3 seasons? A 2 RBI double, a 3-run home run, and Cody Schreier will be playing shortstop for this season, I suspect. Khalil Watson, you might be going to Iowa, mate. Alright, DeLeon, who's 0 for 2. It's an 0-1 pitch. And DeLeon gets a decent piece of that into centre field for a 1-out single. And to think I was worried about the offense. Bobby Patterson, who's 0 for 2. Full count. Bobby Patterson, that could be a double play ball, but the shortstop can't handle it. And it's an infield hit, so 2 on, 1 out now for McQuaid, who's 1 for 1. Got hit last time up. This time he walks to load the bases for Vlad, who could essentially end the game as a contest here. He is 0 for 2. First pitch swing. And Vlad has got a decent piece of it. It should drive in the run-up from third, or will it? No, it won't, and that'll in fact end the inning. Oh, DeLeon should have reached on that, surely. Anyway, it's 5-0 thanks to Cody Schreier. And Long will face Sakido, who is 0 for 1. And there's a ground ball over to first. Pratt to Vlad gets the job done. Alright, Maya, who is 0 for 1. First pitch swing. And that is a ground ball. Vlad handles it, goes to first, and that is 2 away. And it'll bring up Volpe, who is 0 for 1. It's a 1-2 pitch. And Jimmy Long notches up another one. Alright, we go to the 5th. 5-0 up. Bottom of the 5th, I should say. 5-0 up. Bracefield to lead us off, 0 for 2. The rain is falling. And so we're still on, but it might be a little wet. And Bracefield pops one up into right field. It's a 3-1 pitch too. Excuse me. Was it something he had to hit? No, he could have walked. He could have walked. Messina, who is 2 for 2. And if it wasn't for Schreier, he'd be having a wonderful first game as a Cub. Unfortunately, this time he pops it up into centre field. And that is going to be 2 away. And it'll bring up Cronquist, who's 1 for 1 with a walk or a hit or something. As he watches strike 3 to end at the 6th, the 5th even. We go to the 6th. It is Montgomery B, as in the second Montgomery. They're both, I think it's Benny and... They must be brothers. Benny and Brandon or whatever they are called. There's an error for Pratt. And they have a base runner. Long to face Walsh now with none out and a runner at first. A 1-0 pitch. There he goes. And Cronquist, not in time. Full count. Strikeout. Of course it is. It's Jimmy Long. That's his 9th. In now comes the other Montgomery. Yeah, Benny and Braden, they have to be brothers. There's another strikeout. That is 10 strikeouts on his Cubs debut. And Carroll will come in now with 2 out. Is this strikeout number 11? No. In fact, it's going to be a run across the plate. It won't be an earned run, of course, but it's an RBI double. And it is now 5-1 with 2 out and a man at second. And Jimmy Long, yeah, it's not an earned run. He will now face Bitonti, who he walks. So 2 on, 2 out. Just getting slightly nervy here. It's Sorensen to the plate, who's 0 for 2. A 2-2 pitch. Oh, there's the strikeout. No need to be nervy. And that is 11 strikeouts through 6 innings. Cooper Pratt to lead us off. He is 0 for 2. It's a 1-1 pitch. Cooper Pratt grounds it to the third baseman, out at first, 1 away. In now will be Schreier. All hail Lord Schreier. And he watches strike 3. I think he's done his work today, hasn't he? De Leon now, who's 1 for 3. It's a 1-1 pitch. And De Leon grounds it to the second baseman to end the 6th. So it is 5-1 going into the 7th, and that'll do it for Jimmy Long. What a first appearance that has been. 0 earned runs, 6 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, 2 hits. Magnificent. It is the Dutchman that will take over. It's a 1-2 pitch. And the Dutchman picks up another strikeout for us. There's 1 away. In comes Maya now, who is 0 for something. A 2-2. And another strikeout for the Dutchman. It brings Volpe in, who is 0 for 2. It's a 1-1 pitch. And that is 5-2. Oh, he was looking so good. And then all of a sudden, Volpe just gets onto 1. So it is a 3-run game now. There's no need to panic, but I think we've all been stung before by my teams, haven't we? It is Braden Montgomery. It's a 1-2 pitch. Oh, and has the Dutchman been rattled as he hits him? In comes Walsh, who's 0 for 2. It's a first pitch swing. There's a ground ball past Vlad into the right field corner. Is that going to score another run? The throw comes in, but it's not going to be in time. And it is going to be an RBI double. Runner at third, 5-3, tying run at the plate. And it is the other Montgomery who is 1 for 3, a 2-2 pitch. So we stretch. It was looking so good. And then the top of the 7th happened. Alright, welcome back. It is Lara continuing. It is Patterson at the plate to lead us off. He is 1 for 3 today, a first pitch swing. And Patterson drives it to the second baseman, 1 away. In comes McQuaid, who is 1 for 1, a 2-1 pitch. McQuaid, it's deep. I think it's going to be very deep. McQuaid extends the lead back out to 3 runs. His first home run of the season, obviously, 422 feet. And it is 6-3. And we have taken last season's Cy Young winner and pooped all over him. And that'll do it for him. And it is Mark Church coming in for them now. He's going to face Vlad. And it is an 0-2 pitch. Vlad 0 for 3 today. And Vlad does not have a great opening day. We may see him again, but probably not. Bracefield, who's 0 for 3, comes in. It's a 2-2 pitch. And Bracefield, has he hit a second one of the inning? Not quite. Caught at the track. And that'll do it for the 7th, 6-3. And it is the Dutchman continuing to Carroll, who's 1 for 3. Rain has stopped, which might have contributed a little bit to the home runs there. A wet ball's a slippery ball. I know at cricket, because I bowl spin, and if the ball's a little bit damp, it can very easily start to slip out, no matter what you try to do. At least in baseball, they can use flour and stuff, can't they? We can't use in cricket, or at least I think they can. Maybe they can't anymore. Anyway, 1 on, 1 out. Segura will come on to the Cubs mound for the first time, as a Cub anyway. Starts with a ball into centre field that drops in and brings the tying run to the plate. It is Sakido to the plate. He is 0 for 3. We would love a double play ball. It's a full count, and we get a strikeout, which is acceptable. And it'll bring in Marcelo Maya, who is 0 for 3. 2 on, 2 out. This is huge, isn't it? And that is into centre field. De Leon can't make a catch. 1 run will come across. Is a second run going to come across as well? Yes, it is. It is 6-5 in the 8th. Tying run at second, and Volpe at the plate. An 0-2. Segura gets the ground ball. It should be out. It is. Oh, but the bullpen has not. Imagine if we don't win this game. Jimmy Long will be spitting chips. All right, Messina. He's 2 for 3. It's a 2-2 pitch. And Messina strikes out. In comes Cronquist, who's 1 for 2. First pitch on him. Come on. Cronquist. Oh, thought it was going to get down the first base line, but no such luck. So Cooper Pratt with 2 out, none on. He's 0 for 3. It's a 1-0 pitch. Cooper Pratt into center field. That's going to drop in. And Coops has himself a 2-out single. And it'll bring up Lord Schreier, who is 2 for 3. An 0-2 pitch. Schreier! Oh, he's lined it straight to the shortstop. And we will go to the 9th. It is a 1-run game. And Murillo will come out to try and close this one down for us. Braden Montgomery leads them off. 0 for 2. It's a 1-2 pitch. It's up the middle. It's Lord Schreier, but he can't make a play. And the tying run is on base. The go-ahead runner's at the plate. It's Jacob Walsh, who is 1 for 3. It's an 0-1 pitch. That could be a double play. There's one. There is 2. And they are down now to their final out. It is Benny Montgomery, who is 1 for 4. It's a 1-2 pitch. Can we finish this in style? It would be a very impressive opening day performance if we can. It's into deep center field, but De Leon is there, and we have beaten the Yankees opening day 6-5. So, Lord Schreier, what a performance from him. We've had him for a little while, because we picked him up off of free agency. So if we do all levels combined and have a quick look here. So we got him in 2031, so he spent 2 seasons in AAA, and if we're being honest, not doing that much. He only batted 194 last season. Brilliant. We probably won't get that from him all season, but he's certainly made himself an instant legend here, hasn't he? So well done to Lord Schreier, and well done to us. Is it too early to talk perfect season? Well, let's say not, because we took the reigning Cy Young winner and destroyed him, and it's only our bullpen that kind of let them back into it a little bit there. So there we go. That is that. William McQuaid has a perfect batting average. Schreier with 5 RBIs is joint top there. And yeah, that was just magnificent. 11. Well, Perdomo. I would love to get Perdomo into a Cubs jersey, but it's just not going to happen. But anyway, if you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Not a bad start to the new season, and we'll be back sometime. Let's have a look here. Arizona away. That seems like a good place to go, doesn't it? So we'll come back for that, and hopefully we'll still be perfect by then. Take care.